evening, my wonderful pre-AP students. You are just fine. I just want to claim it all.
All of them are ours.
Good evening, our wonderful pre-AP math students.
Green up in here.
And Coach Groves, because we're amazing. So today we're talking about writing equations. We're not even going to solve these today. Our learning target today is we will be able to write equations from a word problem by defining the variables. So, are we solving them this week?
No solving today.
Okay. Now, what should the kids be doing right now?
You know what, guys? I know you don't have your notes.
Gosh.
Go get your notebook.
Yep, your backpack's right there.
I see it.
Open it. Is your notebook in it?
You're taking too long.
Yeah. It should be out. It should be open.
I need to be hurried.
Okay. I'm not waiting on you guys anymore.
Pause the video.
Well, pause it after you rewind it a second now. I took it away. So now, when you're writing an equation, you first have to... Whoa, Miss Green.
I have a phone call. Let me take that.
No, Miss Green.
Hey, we're recording right now. I'll call you back. Bye.
Sorry, Miss Green just got a phone call.
Because I'm super popular.
Yes. Hey, you know what? The video announcements had their bloopers with a phone call. We don't put it in bloopers. It's in your video.
That's right.
So, define and label your variables. Then 2, identify the constant. The constant's the one that won't change, that's not going to be attached to that variable. And then construct the equation. Cool. Let's look at a problem. Is this our problem we're supposed to start with?
We've got a couple.
Which one is
this one's the first one.
There's our first one. Okay, I just threw one on the floor. I'm sorry. Okay. So Amber is walking a marathon. She has a sponsor who's going to pay a $10 donation plus $2 for each mile traveled. Write an equation that'll represent how much she'll earn per mile.
Okay, according to our steps, we need to identify the variable first.
And the variable would be each mile that's traveled. Whoa. Each mile that's traveled. So we know that's our variable. Is there anything that's not attached to that variable that's going to be in our equation?
Yes, our donation, because that's going to happen regardless.
So no matter what, if she were to walk absolutely nothing, she's still going to get a $10 donation?
Yep.
Okay, so when we write this, we know that these are the two separate things. We're going to define each mile. I'm going to use M for mile because it's just fun. So M for mile. And then I'm going to say I have to do for $2 for each mile. Each means to do what operation?
Multiplication.
Okay, so then I've got 2M. Why didn't I put anything between those?
Because anytime you have a number right next to a letter, it means to multiply.
Is that what that means?
That's exactly what it means.
Because have you been asked like 5,000 times lately?
Yes, about a letter right next to another letter.
Yes.
It means to multiply.
Multiply. So now you know to multiply.
That's right.
Okay.
Otherwise, we'll sing for you again.
So we've got 2M, and then we've got to tack on that donation. Is it going to take away?
Can we come over here and write constant?
Constant?
And then let's put our constant, because we're identifying our variable and our constant. There you go. So now we know, and it even tells you, hello.
Plus. Oh, plus means to subtract.
No, Miss Grove, this is why you need to have me as your math teacher.
No.
Just
I'm
kidding.
a better math teacher.
Just kidding. Okay, so 2M, so we got to put our plus.
So plus 10.
10.
Equals what? What were we looking for?
Well, I don't know. Let's reread. It's telling you that we are trying to find out how much she will earn.
Oh, so what should we have as that variable for now?
Let's go ahead and put T for total, maybe.
T for total works for me.
Awesome.
That's a goofy looking T. But anyways.
It doesn't matter. It's because you're awesome.
I know.
Everything is awesome. Okay, moving on.
Now, let's look at one that's a little challenging because that was kind of easy. So let's look at one that's got a variable on both sides. Hans needs to rent a moving truck. Suppose Company A charges a rate of $40 per day and Company B charges $60 fee plus $20 per day. For what number of days is the cost the same? So we first had to look at what's our variable.
It looks like our variables are going to be our days.
That's our variables. Notice how they're the exact same? Mm-hmm. Now, what did the word per mean?
For each.
For each? Wait, didn't we just say what each meant?
Each.
What kind of operation do we do?
Multiply!
Yay! We love to multiply. So we know that our days is our variable. So D for days is variable. Days. I'm going to throw that in too. Wow, I can't write.
That's okay.
And then our constant is what?
It's going to be our $60 fee.
So our $60 per fee.
Okay, now before we do anything, we know that they have to equal the same thing. So that means that I can put up an equal sign. I know that on one side, we're talking about company A. On the other side, we're talking about company B. So now I can get started with my equation.
Okay, so company A, they charged $40 per day. Did they charge a flat rate?
Nope, it's just $40. No matter what, it's $40.
40D. I'm not putting that multiplication sign in. You should know what that means.
You're such a rebel.
I am such a rebel. Now, company B charges $60 fee plus 20 per day.
So you can write it the way you see it. You can write 60 plus $20 per day. Done.
Wow, that was easy.
Super easy.
Looks goofy to me still. I don't like that.
I know. Okay, so there's actually a proper way to write this, and we're gonna write it that way because Miss Groves is really weird about it. It's actually supposed to be 20D plus 60. And honestly, right now you're not gonna know until you get to the actual algebra part of it all. But there's a specific reason as to why, and then we can. Oh, happy crochet. Yeah, that makes her happy.
It does.
Yeah. Anyway. Okay, so we'll talk about that later once we get to actual.
And one reason you can do that is because it's addition.
Anytime it's addition,
yeah.
you can always flip
them.
Flip it.
It's called the associative property of addition.
It's actually called commutative.
Commutative property of addition.
It's okay. It's okay.
One of the properties of addition.
Moving on.
Suppose a video store charges non-members $4 to rent each video. A store membership costs $21, and members only pay $2.50 to rent each video. For what number of
what number of videos is the cost the same?
Oh, guys, it's Friday night. I can't talk.
That's right.
So.
That sounded so funny.
Ooh, that's just my ID badge. Ooh, we're gonna play some music here. okay, back. Ooh, focus.
Refocus. So identify our variables. First step.
Our variable would be
like videos.
Videos.
Each video.
So each video and each video. So our variable is the video.
So we'll use a V if you want to. We can use A, you can use B. It doesn't matter what letter you use.
G for green and grows.
All we know is a variable, and we haven't even said this. Shame on us. A variable, the definition of variable is it's all it's doing is taking the place of a number. That's all a variable is. Yeah. So don't get all.
You should have heard that last year.
Should have. With our wonderful 6th grade math teachers.
I know they taught you, whether you listened or not.
They taught you. Yeah. Okay, so moving on. Okay, so then now we're looking at our membership, which is going to be the constant. Sorry.
So our constant is the membership.
Yeah, because regardless of how many videos you get, if you have a membership, you have to pay that $21. Period.
No matter what.
Exactly. Okay, so now let's talk about our 2 video stores.
They're equal.
That's right.
So store A was the first store was $4 to rent each video without a membership.
Right.
So if you're a non-member, $4 to rent the video, so 4V.
Right.
And then a member is going to be $21 and $2.50 to rent each video.
Can you put non-member here for me? I'm sorry. And then over here put the member. Just so that you guys can see what we're doing. Okay, so our member, and it tells you again, it says $21.
Okay, so $21.
Okay.
And
$2.50. $2.50 per video. Done.
Perfect.
See, notice how the other one told you to put this one first and then this one. Well, this one's telling you to do the constant first. Either way, it doesn't matter.
Told us the constant first too.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, it did. Just kidding.
It's okay. We could have put 2.5V first. It doesn't matter.
Just to make Groves
You're good.
happy.
Yes, because Coach Groves likes
Either way, we're happy. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. We will talk more about this tomorrow. I promise.
Oh, I can't zoom anymore.
If you guys are, yeah, you can.
You lost the smiley face.
Whoa! Bring it in. Bring it. And help.
Okay, we're gonna get out of here now. Bye.